Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are here round 6 of the Pummu Indycar series. We are at Indianapolis, but not for the final time. We're only using the road course this time. Joining me in the commentary box once again is my good old friend War Sniper.
Hello there.
Okay, buddy. We are moments away from getting this race started. Just race control and the drivers trying to figure out how many laps they want to do here. As you can see, race control does not know how to work his computer too well. Mr. War, actually, before you read out qualifying, could you tell me who's in the DHL car in the pit lane? I need to track them. Also, whoever's at the back of the line as well. In the Mercedes. Speaking of Mercedes, we do have a couple of those riding around today. We have two Mercedes cars. Two cars looking exactly like the 2020... Or actually, three of them. So, okay. Track Cyber...
And who else was it that you need?
The one in the back of the line. The Mercedes at the back. Wait, that's cynical, never mind. Right. Yeah. It was. So we have a very interesting grid today. Trainpig took pole position after qualifying, and the rest of the grid will be read out by my good old friend here, Mr. War Sniper, as DSA attempts to establish a restart zone.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have at second position, Yeety. Third, we have Nathan. Fourth, Pepper. Fifth, Lemon.
Or On Oz.
Daniel.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's fine. Sorry about that, On Oz.
As if you'll watch.
There we have Daniel, King, Cyber,
yep.
Bowman, Killer, Eaton, Backslide, Raining Money,
or Kimmy, or Kimmy.
Good one. Alright, and after, still trying to get used to the names, but...
Yep.
And we have today.
Yep. Two brand new drivers actually joining us this race. They actually completed the final tryout session during free practice this weekend. There's one of them in that good old DHL car right there. Cyber. Gonna definitely be interesting to see how he does this race, as well as Hackslight, if I can find him. He got signed by ICRL and everything. So there he is in that interesting livery of theirs. A couple of Mercedes cars around now as well. One of the teams got basically bought out during the pre-weekend festivities. And I'm not entirely sure what team that was. If you want to go and look in a channel called Season of Silliness, Mr. War, you can probably find out what team turned into Mercedes. And who are you? Could you tell me who's in the the car behind the DHL car so I can track them as well? As we are just a few seconds away, really, from getting this race started. It's the blue car.
Is... Oh, man. Sorry.
Oh, really? Hello, man. Alrighty. Track. Hello, man. Oh, and... I think race control just remembered that I made a safety car. If he asked me for the
Okay.
Oh, yep.
Alright, so to your question earlier about who was bought out by Mercedes, it was Audi Racing.
Oh, yeah. They had a bit of a brand change over the week, huh?
Yeah,
oh, yeah, and there's the AMR safety car there to lead the race. I will say for my first livery, I don't think I really did that bad. I really have no idea how to paint this section of the car. I'm really trying to find things to talk about before this race. But Indy Road Course definitely gonna be a very interesting race. There in turn 1 we do have a bit of a runoff area, a bit of a chicane, and then you can just rejoin the pack into what I think would be turns 3 and 4. they're definitely going to be interesting to see if anyone tries to maybe pull a little bit of a cheeky move, quite similar to one that happened in the NASCAR series, I think last season as well. Just off one of the restarts, one of them just dove into the runoff area to avoid all the traffic. Gonna be interesting to see if anyone does that here.
Absolutely.
Definitely a beautiful track around here. Definitely gonna be exciting to see us return in a few weeks' time for the season finale for the Indianapolis 500. But until then, going to be a very nice race. I think turn 1 is probably going to be chaotic as all heck, as my producer, I believe, wants me to say.
Yeah, I do not think you would take kindly to
The alternative word being used.
Yeah, no tire compounds around here, though there is fuel to worry about. So we will see a couple of pit stops, hopefully during the duration of this race. Going to be definitely interesting to see what types of strategies drivers get up to. And I'm wondering if we are beginning to see tire compounds get phased out. I'm sorry, I was reading what Race Control put in chat and I completely zoned out. It's gonna be interesting to see what strategies we get, and I'm wondering if we're beginning to see a phase out of tire compounds as we are finally getting cars going here at the Indianapolis road course. Turn 1 and 2, sort of reminiscent of what Monza has and everything. Speaking of Monza, Formula 1 used to race here back in the 1990s. They had a quite horrific crash in that corner right there. Gonna be interesting to see if these drivers are feeling, well, international yet or not.
Watching the pace alone is sending Super Swift my spine for the actual race. I am.
Yeah, that's how that usually
I feel
goes.
like we might have a problem.
So single file start here. We'll go on board with the AMR safety car and everything. Merced and Trainpig on pole. Definitely a very nice qualifying from him. However, onto our championship standings, we have Yeetie and Pepper still battling it out for 1 and 2. Both of them are teammates, but we are really beginning to see the gloves come off this season as the pace car begins to break away, and we are getting ready to go green here. Just ignore that we are currently in the void. And there we see the cars going through the final section. E.T. and Pepper been battling all season for first place in the championship. Going to be interesting to see how this battle goes as well. Third place finds the in the championship. He missed the cutout zone, and E.T. gets a really good start here as we go green at the Indianapolis restart at the Indianapolis road course, and we will view all these cars going in. I think Nathan leads it out of the corner, and there's contact between the wallets, and Daniel and Art gets very slow out of turn 1 and 2, and it's going to be Trainpig leading. Nathan just had a bad turn 3, I would assume, and we will go on board with Pepper as track gets open. Pepper had a decent restart as well. He's already gained 1 position. That curb in the middle of that sort of... Oh, what happened with Nathan? Nathan over the top of another car and into the tire barrier. That's really going to damage his race. Cynical will now gain a position because of it. I believe the contact was between Nathan and Cynical. Cynical and Meeting go side by side into the final corner. Pepper's going to have to take the big sausage curb there that's in the grass, and that's going to really compromise his exit. Meanwhile, Yeetie and Trainpig side by side. It's going to be interesting to see who gets the lead here. They're side by side into turn 1, 2 into 1 type of scenario here. But they managed to keep it clean. They're still side by side, but I think E.T. has the better line here. Trainpig's going to try to go for a bit of a switchback, but it's not going to work. And E.T. will lead the Indianapolis Grand Prix, I guess I'll call it now, for ease. Oh man, a dramatic start already, and I think Train Pig's down the inside of Yeety. He is. They're gonna go side by side through this zigzag section. Oh, Train Pig over the curb there, and that's gonna hurt his exit, and that's gonna give Yeety the lead, and that's gonna put Pepper right on his tail. And this is really turning out to be a really good race for 6th Gear Motorsports so far. Race control advising drivers that maybe it's not the best idea to go over the curbs, and Yeezy actually had a bad exit out the final corner, and Train Pig will be right on his tail. So this battle for the lead between Train Pig and Yeezy might continue on here, but I don't think Train Pig is close enough to make a move. Oh, and Train Pig takes to the sand for an overtake, and that might be an illegal overtake, but he gets first place. But now they go side by side through the chicane, and they're still shot side by side through the midfield backstretch. I don't even know what it's called. I believe this would be the backstretch. I'm not entirely sure. E.T. down the inside, still side by side through this Nestor chicane. Oh, E.T. over the sausage curb. That's gonna hurt him, and that's gonna make it 3 wide for P2 between Anaz and Pepper. E.T. lifts off the gas to get out of that situation, and Anaz down the inside of Train Pig, but it's not the corner you want to go down the inside of. He wanted P1 in that corner, but he's not gonna get it, and Pepper and Anaz will go side by side down the front stretch. Meanwhile, the rest of the pack is beginning to spread out quite a bit, and I believe this battle for the lead is about to become quite dramatic. Meanwhile, Race Control has reminded me that there's a bit of a broadcast channel, which honestly I might go to, but who knows, we'll get that in a second. I would like for... Oh, they're side by side for the lead. I guess it will have to wait, Mr. DSA, as they go side by side into probably one of the hardest corners. And Yeezy is having a little bit of trouble now. I think he's starting to lose pace. And oh, Cynical, big corner cut there to try and get down the inside of Yeezy, but it's not going to work. And now it's a 5-way battle for the lead, and it's going to be interesting to see if Little Man can become part of this battle as well, or if he's going to get stranded in no man's land. Anaz will lead in front of Train Pig and Pepper, and Yeezy, oh man. I'm not sure what's happening to Yeezy. He's just losing a little bit of pace, maybe. Maybe running over that curb caused a little bit of damage, who knows. Damage to its pride, that's for sure. Sorry, that's me. Oh, Cynical down the inside of both Yeezy and Pepper. Team orders might be taking place here between Cynical and Train Pig to try and just get him between Pepper and Yeezy and himself, so he can battle for the lead alone between himself and Anaz. I mean, oh, and Pepper over the sausage curb, that's gonna hurt his exit. Oh, and Cynical's on his roof.
Dear God. Horrific wreck.
Oh man, I believe Cynical was able to get back going because there is a bit of an auto flip feature with these cars. But that is...
Back on the move, but
I will...
a lot of distance.
Yeah, it's definitely lost that battle for the lead unless he can pull off a good strategy. Completely forgot about that auto flip feature, I'll be completely honest with you. Yeezy now in the lead. Not sure how that happened, I was too focused on the Cynical. Oh no. And now after going a little bit wide there, Train Pig falls down to 4th, and Anaz will hold on to the lead still. And I'm wondering if this might be one of our only opportunities to get into that broadcasting channel.
Go for it.
I don't even know if we have permission to talk in there because it's an event channel. I'll be honest with you.
That is actually quite unfortunate.
And Little Man does seem to be catching up to this battle for the lead. Anaz is actually starting to pull away quite a bit as we go into lap 6 here. And Yeezy has pressure from his teammate behind. These two still locked in a championship battle. And last weekend at not Gateway, I almost said Gateway. Were we at Gateway? I don't feel like we were. I don't remember where we were last week. As Pepper, oh my.
Oh no, last.
Race Control himself says he was surprised by the auto flip as well. Definitely helps these racers quite a bit. And now Yeetie has caught up to Anaz. And actually he goes down the inside of Anaz into the final few corners. Looking for the inside into the final corner. Maybe he has enough. I do believe he does. And they're going to go side by side for the lead. Meanwhile, Pepper and Trainpig are also side by side for third place. I think Yeetie... Oh, Anna's late on the brakes, trying to stick it down the inside into turn 2. He's able to keep it, and they're still side by side. And finally it ends, and Anna tries to pull off a bit of a switchback, and it might have worked, but Yeetie blocked him, and they're going to make a little bit of contact, but it's not going to hurt them too much, and Yeetie will hold on to the lead here. Mr. War,
Yes.
if we go to the broadcast channel and we can't speak, would you mind just PMing Mr. Race Control Man to give us permission to speak in the channel? Oh, Yeetie clipped the curb there. Oh, Trainpig punted into the outside wall after some contact. Not sure what happened there, but that's really gonna hurt both of them. And now Miatin, Lil Man, and Cyber have caught up to them for that battle of third. And Pepper gets a warning, so some nasty contact between Pepper and Trainpig puts Trainpig into the wall. Just barely saw that in the background. And I believe the racing is starting to get quite aggressive for P2, or sorry, P3, excuse me. Would you like to move to the broadcast channel?
So thank you.
Oh lord, there's cringe music. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, we're under caution here. Why is there oh, there's a music button. So a caution, for what reason? I'm looking around on the... Oh, they're side by side for the lead. Who's gonna lead the restart? I believe it's gonna be on... Oh, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be Anaz. So we are under caution. Anaz won't lead. I think this is Anaz's first time leading a race under caution, so a little bit underprepared there. Pits will be closed this time by because of the rule. And I believe if the caution was for anyone, it would be Hackslight, who, not having the best race, I believe might have flipped over as well, such as Cynical. The auto flip might have helped him, but Race Control deciding to call the caution anyways. Race Control. I think a lot of drivers are arguing with Race Control. Just maybe relaying the message a little bit that me and War would like permission to talk in here. Pits are open this time by. Gonna be interesting to see if anyone does pit. We'll have to wait and see. Anaz, I think, is pitting. I think a large amount of people are pitting, actually. I think... Oh, Kimmy's not pitting. So Kimmy will be the only non-pitter, I think. Hackslight even pits, and he was involved in a wreck. So Kimmy leads it. Oh, excuse me. Well then, we now have... welcome back to the commentary box, War. So Kimmy leads it after the restart. By... well, I was about to say by quite a bit, but honestly, that's a bit wrong to say. Trainpig got second out of the pit stops, followed by Yeetie, so Trainpig was able to jump him during the pit stops. Anaz in P4, Meaton in P5, Lumen in P6, Cynical in P7, Cyber in P8. Cyber is having a decent race for himself, considering it's their debut race. Who else is behind him? Nathan in P9. Pepper is back in P10, so an awful pit stop or something there from Pepper. That is big for the championship. King in P11, Hackslight in P12, and Art trying to catch back up to the pack. I think he will just barely catch up to them by the time they reach the restart zone. And we are getting ready to go back green, this time by. We approach the restart zone. Kimmy leads it. We'll see how this goes. We are back green again in the Indy Road Course, and I think both Train Pig and Anaz got a better. I think everyone really got a better restart than Kimmy. An awful restart for the restart leader, and they're 4 wide in the middle of the pack. They're 5 wide for the lead. King into Hogwarts for King. What in the world? Through the wall. Meaton will lead after the restart. Oh my word!
A very unfortunate restart for King.
Oh,
Very
that.
unfortunate.
Oh, Littleman down the inside of Train Pig. Meaton will have the lead, and he'll have it by a very big margin. What has happened to Yeetie? Where is he? He's down towards the back, where Pepper used to be. And where is Pepper? Where Yeetie used to be. Oh my, it's like whoever was in the back of the pack really benefited from that restart and how close together it was. And they're still very close together.
Cynical, unfortunately, having gone from battling to second, is now just about at last.
Oh,
He
and
did not wreck out at least.
oh, that was probably the weirdest incident I think we've had this season. I was gonna say ever, and then I remember Atlanta. Oh, they're 3 wide for P3. Cyber, Nathan, and Little Man, or P4, excuse me. And we're gonna go on board as Little Man and Nathan go side by side for P4. And up ahead, I think Nathan had a bad corner. And he did, so Train Pig's gonna be right on his tail. Pepper's looking to try and recover as well. Where is Yeetie in all of this? Yeetie is just behind him in about P7. Train Pig clips the curb on the inside. Anaz does a little bit more than clip it, as we see in the background of his car just getting launched. Meaton leads. This is, I think, the first time he's led all season. He's in a United States Air Force car. Very interesting to see one of those on the grid. Oh man. Meaton still leads, but I think Train Pig got a better exit out of turn 3, and I think he might be looking to change that number just a little bit. Oh, and down the inside goes Train Pig, and they're gonna go side by side through the back chicane. And oh my, Mr. Findsy, I do not have permission to give you talk in this channel. Trust me, I would have if I could. Oh boy, so Meaton still leads. After that pressure from Train Pig. Train Pig's gonna go over the sausage curb. That's gonna hurt his exit by a lot. That's gonna put Pepper right on his tail. And we'll go on board with Pepper to see how this goes. Pepper looking maybe to overtake Train Pig. Train Pig taking to the sand there. Just a little bit. It's a little ill-advised to go off track there. Oh, and they're gonna go side by side through the back stretch. Oh boy. But I think Pepper's just gonna barely be able to pull ahead. Oh, Train Pig makes contact with Pepper. That's gonna put him ahead of Pepper. Bump and run here in IndyCar. Oh boy. How's the drama in the midfield pack going, Mr. War?
And I would say it's been mostly tame. Cynical has been making a very nice recovery drive from, again, that's to last to, well, as it seems right now, 8. Although he might be he might be battling for 7th now.
Well then, meanwhile at the front, Meaton I think made a mistake in the final corner, maybe just pushed it too hard into a wall, and it's put Trainpig right on his tail again, and it's actually going to put him on the outside into this corner, and it might put him ahead by the end of the corner, and it will. Meaton, absolutely nothing he could have done to fight against that, and he's even going to have a worse line through that corner because of his position as well. Now might put Pepper right on his tail as well.
Ing has actually overtaken Kitty, so he's no longer last.
Well, congratulations.
Oh no, ours has, or actually, I'm sorry, Cyber has spun out into the final corner of the backstretch.
Oh no, Cyber. Cybron is so. The race is not going the best for our debut drivers, I guess you could say.
It would seem not.
Oh man, very unfortunate to see that from Cyber, but the race is not over. There could be a caution, especially with that just clump behind the top 4. I didn't even notice that actually Ona has actually managed to escape the rest of the pack.
He might have gotten an illegal overtake here against, I do apologize, it is mildly difficult to see the name, but yeah. Yeah, certainly, quite possibly gotten an illegal overtake at the sand trucks. So, that is unfortunate.
Oh, Pepper into the wall! Oh, and he's gonna back up into the racing line! And I believe he got collected by a few cars as well.
Oh dear. Yeah, that is going to be a caution.
And we're gonna be under caution. What has happened to Pepper as well? I can't go on board with him. Has Pepper DNF'd from this race?
It is possible.
Pepper DNF'd!
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay, so Pepper, I think, got out of his car or something unintentionally. We do see in chat him asking. I think something happened that caused him to reset or die in game. Not entirely sure what happened to Pepper, but that is going to be really awful for the championship.
Yeah, from second to probably not second anymore in the championship.
Yeah, second to last in this race. But as I was saying, you know, I mean, there you go. There's your commentator's curse. I start talking about how Cyber. Well, I mean, I guess commentator blessing this time. I started talking about how Cyber's race wasn't over because there could be another caution, and here we are. Yet, the pits are open this time by, and we are probably, we are gonna see just about everyone pit once again, including Kimmy. Kimmy, I don't think his strategy worked out of not pitting, and I think he might have also just got pit maneuvered into one of the openings.
That was an interesting way to pit for basically everyone. They all very much come together.
So we'll wait here at the end of the pit lane to see who will get it out first. And I believe it's gonna be Trainpig, who sort of swerves into Anaz, who had a chance to overtake him, but it's not gonna happen. Trainpig will lead, followed by Anaz, Mutin, Nathan, Littleman, Hackslight, King, Yeti, Cynical, Art, Daniel, Kimmy, Cyber, and then Pepper. I'm pretty sure Pepper's gonna have to give that position back to Pepper, because I think Race Control wants to put him at the back of the pack. That is not how you spell his name.
back. Or Cyber.
Oh, and Trainpig gets a little bit of a warning. A little bit of a warning for corner cutting, which we have seen plenty of. I think Trainpig's first response was, well, why not the other ones? And Race Control responded with, it's just a warning. So 2 cautions so far this race. That is very scary considering we're not even halfway through this race. Oh boy, well, Trainpig leads on this restart and everyone is sort of backed up away from him. Are we about to see some sort of 500 IQ play where they jump to restart? Yeah, they're all going. Trainpig predicted it as well. He knew they were backing up so they could start earlier. Anna's looking for maybe the inside here for the lead. I think he's gonna have it. And into turn 1 we go. And it's gonna be fairly clean for the rest of the grid. Anna's will have to lead. Trainpig going down to order at this restart. Hackslide into P4 after wrecking earlier this race. Really good recovery drive from him. And Nathan once again in the thick of it this race. Oh, and Meaton in over the sausage curb, forces Hackslide into the awkward line, forces him into the wall, and Hackslide could not have asked to been in a worse position if he tried. Oh, that's gonna put him down to order as well. Commentator's curse, man. What can I say, man? Every time. Oh my word. So Anand leads, followed by Nathan by quite a bit, almost an entire second gap between himself and Nathan, and almost an entire second between Nathan and Meaton, who now has Yeetie directly behind him. And that'll be quite scary, as at the back we see Littleman go hard into the outside wall as well. But we will remain on board with... Oh my goodness, excuse me. We will remain on board with Nathan, who is starting to catch up to Anna's through this lap. And going into the final 2 corners, that gap of 8 tenths is probably be about 3 tenths now. And if I'm Anna's, I do not want to see that. Very nice restart. Oh, well, I was horrifically incorrect. However, E.T. and Meaton are also losing ground.
Driver into the pit wall, being pushed out by a huge group.
Oh, no. And it's Cyber. Oh. Cyber in.
Very unfortunate race today.
Man. It just gets worse and worse for our debut drivers, man. Oh, man. Welcome to Indycar. Fairy tales aren't made here, I guess. The only fairy tale I can think about is the one nursery rhyme I made for myself of that one time I took out Trainwreck in Texas. Oh, those were the good times. Those were good times. Anyways, back towards the battle. Delete the gap between Onals and Nathan. Now an entire second.
Jimmy might be getting a warning. He very severely corner cut. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you called it, my friend. You know, for someone who's been in a wreck, Cyber is not as far away as I thought he would be. As there you can see that little blue bug flying around. That would be Fine Z, who I believe is helping with officiating this race now that he's been cut out of qualifying. And I mean, this battle between E.T. and Nathan, I think Meaton and E.T. actually... What did I say? I feel like I said their name.
We have a huge wreck on the backstretch between King, Art, and Kimmy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
Kimmy having wrecked out. Oh, and there's more Cyber and Cynical. Oh, dear.
Oh, man. So it just gets worse and it gets worse and worse. Oh man, I knew we reached the halfway point and we are once again under caution. And I think this has so far broke the record for most cautions in a single race this season so far. Oh no, this is about to be bad. This is about to be really bad. Onoz will lead on the restart and followed by Nathan, Meaton, Trainpeg, E.T. and Hackslide. Race control. Race control also acknowledging what I just said. Oh man. So I don't think anyone pits here. I think maybe a few people pit, but I don't think we're gonna see the entire grid pit again. But, I mean, we might see some people pit right now and try to make it to the end of the race. It depends. I'm not entirely sure how severe fuel wears out around here. I think Anna's just got transported to Hogwarts as well. Anna's looking to re-overtake and get back into his position. And oh, we're seeing everyone pit again. I think the fuel is quite a big problem around here. I think I misjudged that fact a little bit. So we will once again go on board with this camera. And we will once again see who makes it out to pit lane first. Oh boy, here comes the pack. Nathan leads on the restart, followed by Anna's E.T. and I believe Train Pig or Daniel. It was very hard to tell who got out the pit lane there first. And oh, Cyber has spun under yellow as well. It just gets worse and worse for these debut drivers.
Look who's walked into the booth.
Oh, yep, and hello everyone!
This race has been madness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Insane. My driver keeps dropping from like the lead to P5 back to the lead. P7, P9, P
Who's your driver again? Who's it? Isn't it?
The only one who managed to qualify. Painful.
Joining me in the commentary box here, ladies and gentlemen, is Fine Z.
I missed by one position.
Yeah, it was unfortunate.
I'm going to complain about that here. Cube in the air. I need to close the chat.
Yeah. I learned that lesson a long time ago.
Anyway.
Oh, welcome back. Welcome back, Mr. War.
So it's Nathan versus Arnold.
Yeah.
You slightly behind. And then me at fourth and Sam.
Oh, and Nathan lagged out. And Nathan lagged out. And Nathan lagged.
It's gonna ruin the restart.
And we are green again. And we are green. Nathan wrecked just before. And Anos is probably gonna hold on to the lead as they go 4 wide for P3, I think. Oh, they go into the wall.
Into the gravel.
Just an absolute school of fists being put together.
That sucked. That really sucked. That really sucked.
I swear we started the race with 2 Mercedes. Why are there 3?
We started it. We started with 3. There were 3 Mercedes. Yeah, one of them was at the very back.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
Oh no, I want to go on board.
Behind, then there was some Mercedes in the air, and that's Daniel in the air as well.
You know, I'm going to.
They've got the same scheme. I can't tell who's driving it.
Well, we will go on board with Hex. Oh, Pepper very wide there. We're gonna go on board with Haxiite because I figure if any drama happens, it's gonna be in this midfield pack.
It has been.
Ono still lead.
That lap goes into turn 1, that was a very strong line. No bias whatsoever, but here comes you.
Actually, go on board with. Well, actually, go on board with Pepper, who's side by side or was side by side with Nathan. For P3, not anymore. Has a little bit of a gap ahead of him.
Oh.
Nathan is doing fairly good in this race. Then again, this would not be.
After failing to qualify the 2 previous ones,
You are probably barely audible there, and I don't know why. That was very quiet. Oh, Nathan just sent it on Nathan. ET clipped a curb on the corner of my screen. I thought he flipped over. I got very scared.
Right, Ono stretches his gap to Easy, Pepper, Nathan, and is that Mieton in fifth. And the Mercedes are getting all the complaints in the chat.
Of course they are. But which one?
Oh no, he said, no, Little Man said both Mercedes, even though there's three.
Well, I mean, there's only one in the top. There's only one out of that pack, so.
Who's in the Mercs? I'm so confused. It's
I know one of them. I know one of them cynical. One of them.
Daniel, Cynical, and Train. Oh my
Yeah.
God, what a wide line from Axia.
Oh, and Pepper has Nathan down the inside, going into this
Oh,
right-hander and into the.
Gonna lose even more positions.
And oh, Nathan just hit the fattest switchback I have ever seen and overtook Pepper. Jesus! And Pepper now has pressure from behind from both Cynical and Mieton. Oh boy. I learned a while ago to keep chat closed when I'm recording. I don't trust them.
No, because in case Ono shoots me a message, I won't keep up. Oh, and
Oh, Cynical into the wall there. I'm not entirely sure how he went in.
Gaining on Nathan. Is he gonna go for a move?
Oh, I don't think he. Oh, he's going to. Nathan goes
and he's gonna
wide.
get it. And then I think Mieton's gonna maybe get it as well.
Oh, we'll see.
Attempted corner cut from
Oh, and Mieton's down the inside of Nathan.
as Ono stretches his lead even more.
And Mieton will have the position. You'll have P4, and you'll have Pepper P3 right ahead of him. That has been a chaotic race, and now the battle for the lead has been eradicated. But we'll see how long that lasts, considering how many cautions we've had.
Will we get another caution in this race?
Oh,
Someone goes
Cynical.
into the gravel.
A Cynical. I don't know if there was contact or not, but Cynical into the gravel. Very awkward line. That might put Train Pig in position to overtake him. Oh no, not the Mercedes.
No. Ono continues to stretch his legs.
Can we just talk? Can we just talk about the fact that there's multiple like walls with no collisions on them on this track?
Walls, because I know there's one at the end of the pit lane.
There's one at the end of the pit lane. There's one on that one section of oval before the final turn.
Oh, okay.
I think. There's another one somewhere that I watched King go through. Every single time someone has gone through it, I've said that they went to Hogwarts because it's funny. DSA has spawned the AMR safety car, which means I think he's getting ready for another caution.
Anyway, Yeti gained 6 tenths on the last lap.
Oh
And
god.
now it seems like Ono's has gained even more time. So, that's useless. There's no battles going on. Man.
I don't really know how much. I don't.
Let's go.
I'm fairly surprised there's been a pit stop for every for every caution. Is the fuel that bad? Is the fuel actually that bad, or are they just preparing to go?
Say it was like 20 laps, but I'm not sure.
Nathan and Meat. Speaking of Meaton, he's going side by side with Nathan out in the final corner, and he might be wanting to make a move into turn 1 on Nathan. We'll have to wait and see how that goes in the rear camera of Pepper.
Alright, is there gonna be a move? Meaton gives a bump. Nathan's in the wall, they both go wide.
Oh!
Hamilton!
And there goes and through goes Train Pig. Of course it's the Mercedes. Of course it's the
Mercedes
Mercedes.
driven by a British driver.
And race control is not happy with the punting that he had just witnessed.
Not surprised. He goes wide.
Keep hitting each other is funny.
He stayed within 6 tenths, though.
Oh, Meaton spins! Oh no!
Oh no.
Meaton awkward contact. I think on the sausage curb.
Yeah, that's gonna allow Cyberpass to go out.
He does recover, but not after losing a bunch of positions.
Pepper flung off the sausage curb. He's gonna be even better.
These curbs are
Train Pig.
these curbs are gonna give these drivers nightmares, I think.
As Yi continues to gain slightly over Onos. This is going to be a good battle for the lead by the time at the end of this race. I can already tell. What do commentators do when there's no battles?
We find one. we...
I'm children.
What?
That would never happen.
Oh my god, E.T. froze for like a second. I thought he spun. I was about to die. E.T. actually is quite close to Ono, is that now, actually. A lot closer than he was earlier.
Pepper gaining by the time he lost. Oh, it goes straight. He's lagged out. Pepper's lagged out.
Oh, Pepper, no!
He lagged out, no.
Yep, he's gone, and he's gone, and he's gone. Pepper is gone. The championship implications.
Pepper has literally vanished.
Pepper has DNF'd, question mark?
Engine failure.
Engine failure. Well, unfortunate. Now, will he be able to rejoin this time?
The battle for the lead continues to close up, but it's still not side by side yet.
Yeah, not yet, but ET is making up good time, and we are approaching 10 laps to go here at the Indianapolis road course, and ET is quite rapidly catching up to Onos here, actually. And I think there's Pepper at the end of the pit lane as well, just waiting to be allowed to go again. So, welcome back, Pepper. I don't think... I think there might be a little bit of bias now with that hate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that corner's pretty hard. E.T. is catching...
Will it be within a second? Yes. That's gotta be within a second.
It might be it's gonna be... He's gonna be just barely out of a second, though.
Right, does he gain on that lap?
He does.
3 temps up.
And Pepper, I think, has been relegated to the back of the pack.
He has, but I think he might outdo Art. Art is having a very...
4 Mercedes in this race.
There's... I thought there was one.
Cynical is a Mercedes driver. Art is a Mercedes driver.
I don't know.
He's a Mercedes driver, but he's running the wrong scheme.
There's too many Mercedes drivers.
I know Danny's not a Mercedes driver.
Oh, E.T. over the sausage curb. I don't know why my voice decided to peak. I don't think it hurt him too much, but definitely would hinder his progress just a bit. I did not even realize that Ninja added more barriers to the oval there.
As DSA tells someone to shut their mouth after not like anyway.
Yeah, and for the first...
Loss of time on that one.
Yeah, for the...
Probably.
Yeah, for the first time, E.T. is starting to lose time on us, especially because of that mistake. Is tire wear starting to kick in, I wonder? Maybe not as grippy as he thought they once were. Is Pepper a lap down, or is he just in last?
He'll be 13th, I think.
Okay, so...
The leaders are coming up, though.
And the leaders are...
We might get a dynamic, as Yee's closed in.
E.T. has closed in by a lot, and he doesn't go... E.T. is a lot closer, and this time he doesn't go over the sausage curves. So that section of corners right there, not on Oz's strong suit, and now I think they're within a second of each other. Not Formula 1, so they won't have DRS, but...
Through goes Hamilton.
Okay. Oh my god, he's within 2 tenths of Onos, and Onos has to be...
Onos complains of lag, so this race might be decided.
Yes, right. Yeah,
I have just noticed the AMR safety car.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
Hack's light is he has wrecked.
Oh.
Wait, what? Oh, but he's
Yeah,
got a
he
back
has
light
bumped
now.
into a wall twice.
He's lagging. He's
Oh.
lagging. He's complaining.
Yeah, we see that in the
600
distance. He's not on the racing line. He's recovered, so I don't think race control will even bat an eye in that direction. And my game starts to freeze a little bit. But Yeti is right on the tail of Anaz now into the final 2 corners. And this is...
Chat message from Haxia. Anyway. 5 temps.
Yeti did lose time though, huh? When he's still he's still very close to Anaz.
Cracking better for the lead. I think he took that turn slightly better. Yeah, here he comes.
Oh, here he comes. He might go down the inside. A little bit of a bump and a little bit of a run.
Side by side.
Oh, he goes over the curb. That's gonna lose speed a little bit, and Anaz will hold on to the lead. But Yeti still has an opportunity to overtake him here. Anaz has proved multiple times that these corners are not his strongest. And Yeti is looking to take advantage of it, looking down the inside into the final few turns. And I think Yeti...
Is the lap car going to play a role here?
Yeti down the inside, Anaz will have the outside. Yeti tries to go for a switchback, but Anaz was in the way. But Yeti is into the lead here.
And he's through.
But Anaz still right on his tail. Yeti now needs to be careful that Anaz does not retaliate in any way here.
And the lap car might prove a problem for Yeti.
Yeah, maybe.
Just gone through turn 2. Now going through turn 3.
Oh, Anaz got a better turn 2 now. And oh, and he bumps! And he bumps Yeti, and he goes into the lead into the back stretch. And I don't think he... Oh, and they're gonna go side by side, just barely. Art getting told that he's gonna have blue flag soon. And Yeti down the inside, Anaz just not able to fight in that corner. He will give up the lead as soon as he got it. But he will be... He will be right on Yeti's tail. Still...
Oh, wait, maybe?
Oh, Yeti took that corner very tightly. He goes down the inside. Very tight move. They're side by side, but the inside line is better. And Art just decides to pit so he's not in the way. So we will not have any outside interference here. Unless someone decides it's time for an engine failure of some sort.
No way they catch up to Kimmy.
Oh, and they go through turns 1 and 2 now. Anaz with a bit of a switchback again. But he has the outside line on this corner. He takes another switchback. But Yeti parks just in front of him. And he just is not able to make the move. Meanwhile, during this battle for the lead, Train Pig and Nathan battling for the last position on the podium as well. And...
Is anyone going to risk paying and hoping a caution comes in? Probably not. But
yeah, if a caution comes out, it's going to be... very late caution.
We're gonna have a surprise winner probably if a caution comes.
Oh, Yeti looking to maybe open up some sort of switchback into the final corner.
And he's done it.
And he has managed to hold on to the lead. Anaz wide into the wall.
That's gonna give Yeti a decent amount of ground. 6 temps. 6 temps with that one move. But Arnos looks to catch up again.
This is about to be very interesting battle for the lead. We just have to wait and see if Anaz can handle the tire wear.
This is certainly going to be a battle. Some might say the battle of all time. I'm not sure if Arnos is gaining here. I think he might finally be through as Arnos cuts the corner a little bit. That's going to allow him to turn the tire.
Oh, Anaz gains a little bit of advantage. Oh, and now on the outside, he's gonna have the inside. No, he won't.
He got a better corner there.
Yeah.
He's gonna hit the wall. Nearly.
Oh, he might have had to lift though. Barely. He might have had to lift. No, he did not. So.
6 temps. He's within. Oh no, staying within distance.
We are approaching the end of this race. Onos has an awful corner turn. Onos has an awful turn too.
Just flip away.
I think that tire wear just finally starting to kick in for Onos. Unable to keep up with Yeti.
There's still not many battles on the track.
And this is going to be...
I can see Lumen versus King.
I can see Haxiite and Kimmy battling.
Right, is King gonna go for a move? Oh, Lumen goes wide. Someone kill Yee, very boring.
Oh no.
Raining money killed me almost. As Pepper is gonna gain some points if he can pass Lumen and King. He'd be up to 8th place. I think that's the highest he can get. Unless a crash happens.
Unless, but at this rate, I'm wondering if we would have to go into some sort of overtime if a caution went out here, or else it would be just...
We should watch this battle.
Oh, King.
And is he gonna get 2 for 1?
We'll go on board with Pepper, who goes down the inside of Little Man.
Oh, Little Man gives him a bump.
Little Man bumps him a little bit. Oh, he had to avoid the curb. That's gonna give him a bad exit.
This is the most interesting battle on the track.
We will go on board with Pepper, who needs to make a really decent recovery drive here if he does not want to lose that many points to his championship rival.
Onos gives him a bump. It's not going to be good enough. He goes a bit wide.
We'll go on board with Onos.
2 laps
Have
to go.
2 laps to go.
7 temps. Can he do it? Hopefully. No bias, but yeah.
We will have to wait and see.
Is it going to this corner?
Oh, Onos taking a tighter line than Yeti. That might help him a little bit.
Onos, but he hits the rumble strip. That's going to lose time.
Yeah. And I think Pepper has gone past King and Little Man.
That's going to be P8.
And that is probably going...
Pepper's race went. That's quite good.
Yeah, pretty good recovery drive from him. But he will be really wishing that he did not disconnect those times in the race. Definitely would have been up in the top. Coming to the white flag here.
Run out of that corner. It's going to be about a second between both of them as they come to the white flag.
It's gonna be interesting to see if
1.1
ET...
seconds.
We need to see if either of these drivers get overwhelmed by the pressure. I know ET has performed quite well this season, so I don't think he has a lot of pressure, but Onos would really love to win here. Very strong season from him when things go right, but... Oh! And he spun! He hits the wall and he spins! And he really needs to hope that he can recover. ET will win it here in the road course, and Onos is slow to recover.
Onos might lose P2 if he's still lagging. Because here comes Train Pig, and Train Pig is not going to back down.
I think Little Man wrecked as well in the final corner. Little Man has wrecked, but he's able to keep it going.
Oh my god.
Oh, Hackslide just... Hackslide has... Oh! Train Pig and Nathan! Oh! Big contact into the wall!
Into the wall, but who's going to get it? That looks like it's going to be Train Pig.
It's gonna be Train Pig unless the curb.
Here comes Nathan.
ET wins!
Get it. Nathan gets the P3. Oh my god.
And Nathan gets the P3, Train Pig goes P4. Big win for ET. Cynical finishes in P5, I believe. Meaton and Cyber battling towards the line, but it's gonna be... Oh, that was close.
That was Cyber, I think.
Did Cyber actually get to overtake? Oh my word.
I think Cyber had that, and be honest. Oh my god, the Mercedes.
Here comes Daniel and King. King is gonna have it though, over Daniel. And here comes Little Man and Kimmy side by side. But it's gonna be Little Man.
And we have to wait for Haxiite to finish, and then we're done.
Where did Pepper go? Did Pepper lag out on the final lap? Wait, Pepper DNF! Pepper DNF! Pepper lagged out!
So he technically never made it to the finish. I wonder what DSA will say about that.
The AMR safety car is just wrecked into Haxite as he goes to finish the race as well.
Oh man, why?
And there's the podium. Oh no, the check has been broken.
What is that? I can't read it.
No, congratulations on the win. Must feel very good after being able to catch back up to Onos there at the end.
You know, how was your battle with Onos there?
It was intense for a while, and then eventually, yeah, I caught up.
You prevailed.
I
My driver's not gonna be able to win.
Not the...
yeah, I'm not gonna let that happen, Fonzie, with the current situation.
Well, we ain't gonna pass you in points. Chill out.
What do you mean?
We ain't gonna pass you in constructors points. Never gonna happen. I mean, we had 3 drivers not qualify for that one.
Oh, there's more milk.
How many drivers do you have in this?
1.
One? Oh yeah, so yeah.
Dirge qualifies
It's gonna pass
3rd to
you,
last.
if anything.
Useless qualified 5th to last.
And you didn't.
Last one out.
Guys, believe it or not, Ninja is an exploiter. He's been picked up by the exploit logs. No.
How do you do this?
No, Pummu, no.
Oh my, it's milk.
That's how. That's how.
Wait, let me guess.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's multiplying.
Oh my goodness.
The milk
I-
is multiplying. There's milk on the car.
Oh no!
No.
Oh my god, this is overwhelming.
There's milk on the car.
Oh no! Oh no!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching. Round 6 of the Pummu Indycar Series. Major championship implications here. I mean, really unfortunate race for Pepper, the championship contender, as well as Findsy, who was in P3 in the standings going into this race. I don't think that's going to be the case no longer. Oh man, really unfortunate race for Pepper. Unfortunate, but it is nice to see that he will not DNF. Race control has said that he's going to be given P whatever position. Really, he's probably going to be put to the back of the grid, but he will get points, which will definitely help. But nothing would have helped better than for him to finish the race. Thank you all for watching. Join us next weekend when we go to Richmond for round 7 and the halfway point of the Pummu IndyCar Series. Thank you all for watching.